All right, welcome back everybody. Crypto Rolly here. Got to do a quick Bitcoin breakdown. The market's been moving very quickly, so let's jump right into it. I do live technical analysis, price predictions, and trading. Remember, these are my own ideas and opinions on the market, so please do your own research. Trade at your own risk. Go ahead, smash that like, subscribe, tick the bell for notifications, comments, you know, all that good stuff. All right, let's look at the market. Bitcoin, 24 hours sideways. We dropped all the way down to 8,900 late last night, and we have bounced right back to where we have started. You can see that the altcoins have dropped a lot harder than Bitcoin. The Bitcoin dominance is rising. Volume picked up. The crypto fear and greed index dropped to a 37, definitely getting fearful. We are breaking levels of support that we'll look at. But, you know, if we bounce and keep rising, you know, this will rise as well. Okay, guys? Let's take a look at the chart. I'm moving fast today, okay? A lot of action going on, but I felt like I had a moment to take a look. So real quick, let's just go down to the lower time frames. We did lose this rising trend line I had. It was green. I have turned it red because it was previous support. 1, 2, 3. You could see the support there. Now flipped as resistance, and we'll have to see. Currently being rejected right there, but you know, plenty of time left to go. 9,200 was a support level that I had been looking at and was, you know, it held price there. And we dropped beneath it. I was looking to see if that would flip as support, flipped resistance, but broken right through there. But we are at this resistance level as well. And on the 4-hour time frame, you can see that we're sticking in lower highs and lower lows. But if you look at, you know, the bigger picture, you know, you can see that this is still a higher low, low, higher low, higher low. So on the macro, you know, the daily, this trend here, still higher lows, still a bullish trend. But on the short term, 4-hour, it's a bearish trend, right? Now, if we're able to get back above this level here, this rising trend line, and break that high there, then we will break that trend, okay? That's what I'm looking at on smaller time frames. Looking at the stock market, you know, I know a lot of people in crypto don't want to hear that we're moving with the stock market. And, you know, I'm not biased either way. I'm very neutral. Earlier, and I've talked about this in my videos, you know, when we dropped hard from the top, let me go over here, you know, during this range right around in here, Bitcoin was moving hand in hand with the stock market. You know, I was showing the, you know, both of the prices, you know, next to each other, and you could see down to the 15-minute that they were moving together. But then in this region here, they kind of decoupled and they were moving differently. However, in the past day and Thursday and Friday of last week, they were moving pretty similar, okay? So, and you can see here, this is the 4-hour. This was last night. We had that drop, and then we bounced this morning. Well, let's go to the 4-hour and see where we are there, okay? We dropped and we bounced. So we are moving with the stock market as of now. Doesn't mean we have to do this every day, but as of now. So this is what we're going to be paying attention to. You know, this dump right here and this dump right here was due to fears of the coronavirus wave 2. In fact, you know, Asian stocks are dumping right there because of news of China shutting down cities. But, you know, this morning, the narrative in the stock market is buy the dip, buy the dip. So we'll have to see, you know, you're still also putting in lower highs and lower lows there as well. So we'll just have to follow up on that. A lot can change by the time you see this video. Let's go ahead and go to the weekly and do a breakdown of our indicators, okay? So, you know, we've been talking about that we're above all major moving averages on the weekly, and we did come down and test that blue 10 simple there, 88.74, came down and bounced off of it. So that's still a good look on the macro. So if you're only looking at the charts, you know, and you're looking at more of a weekly perspective, maybe it's not time to panic yet. You know, but we do need to be on our toes considering the stock market was way overextended and due for a pullback. You can see that on the RSI and the stochastics, but it could get a bounce here. So if this bounces and then continues higher, it could carry Bitcoin with it. So we can see that Bitcoin is above all moving averages, which is bullish on the weekly, okay? Your stochastics, however, fast moving stoke still coming down, and your slow moving stoke hinting at a cross down. So, you know, we're on that edge. It's like I said, the moment of truth, and it looked like we were going to dump, and we were going to dump hard, but getting that bounce there, okay? Let's go down to the daily. Looking at the daily. On the daily, your fast-moving stoke was coming down, and your slow-moving stoke is still coming down. The fast-moving stoke, my apologies, fast-moving stoke possibly looking to cross back up. We'll have to see how the daily closes, though, okay? This can change and come back this way, but if we move higher, it will confirm a cross up there. And if you really want to be, patient and wait for a confirmation, you would wait for your daily stoke to cross back up. Looking at the moving averages, we can see that we were rejected by the yellow 21 EMA, but we fell, and we have this long bullish wick currently, and back above the 50 simple at 92.91. Okay, going down to the 12-hour. On the 12-hour getting rejected by the blue 10 simple as we speak, and you have the blue 10 simple is crossing below the higher time frame moving averages, and we did bounce off this 100 EMA 91.17. Well, we actually wicked below it and then came back above it. So if we do continue further to the downside, we have support down here at 86.90, the green 200 EMA on the 12-hour. That's lining up with that level right there. If we throw on some drawing tools real quick, you can see we could draw maybe a horizontal right here. It's about 8,700. I'll go ahead and make that one green. And 8,700 will be important level, because if this level is lost, you have lost also that higher low structure that we have here, okay? As of now, we're still putting in higher lows, but if you lose that, that would be a new low on the bigger picture, okay? Let's go over Stokes real quick. Stokes. The 12-hour Stoke, slow-moving Stoke, hasn't gotten a cross up. Almost did, but not yet, but has a hint. And your fast-moving Stoke doesn't know what to do there. All right. There's still room to go on the RSI on the 12-hour. You are in the bearish zone and coming back to the neutral zone. So we'll have to see if it gets rejected in the neutral zone and then continues down further. That would probably line up with the rejection from that rising trend line. Also with the daily, my apologies, going backwards real quick. The daily RSI very neutral, so this could go either way at that point. All right, let me go to the 4-hour. On the 4-hour, you can see getting that rejection there still. Your fast-moving Stoke did cross up. Your slow-moving Stoke crossed up as well. So if you're paying attention to those 4-hour Stokes, you're still good at the moment. But like I said, we need to break back above this little price range here and get above that rising trend line there. You did have some, slight bearish divergence on the 4-hour RSI. So if you weren't paying attention to the stock market and you weren't paying attention to the news, and definitely we like to preach that you want to trade the charts and not the news. Show me the charts, I'll tell you the news. You do see that you have the lower lows on the 4-hour, and then you have pretty much even right here. So you could call that bearish divergence on the 4-hour. Bullish, my apologies. Sometimes, I just get it backwards there. Bullish divergence on the 4-hour. Lower lows and a flat line there. If we zoom in, it's slightly higher. Okay, so bullish divergence there. What can we say next? Our moving averages. On the moving averages. So we're getting rejected by the yellow 21 EMA. and looking to see if we can close though above the 200 EMA on the 4-hour. Your yellow 21 EMA resistance at 93.65. We're just below that level now. Your 200 EMA is at 93.30. We did bounce off of this level here, 89.52. This is my dark green 377 EMA. Once we kind of lost that 200 EMA, this was going to be the target, and we hit that target and bounced hard. So, you know, the lesson here is take profits along the way. I put in a short for my Discord group. It's free. The link is down below. Definitely check that out. And we had a nice drop, and then we bounced all the way back to the entry. Luckily, I took some profits here, but, you know, in hindsight, I should have taken all my profits there. So guys, take profits along the way. This market is a savage. All right, it's only been 10 minutes. Wow, I talked really fast. Okay, let's look down at the lower time frames real quick. So what can we say about the 1 hour? The 1 hour fast moving stoke looking like it could possibly cross back down soon here. I mean, we've had a nice rally there, but your slow moving stoke is still rising. Looking at the stock market real quick, take a look at that, see how we're looking. Also high there, pretty similar to Bitcoin. You can see they're pretty much identical. And if you go down to, you know, even the lower time frame, the 15-minute, we can see that the 15-minute RSI is, you know, overbought. Your stokes are high, your stokes are high, but, you know, if they're bullish, they can keep going. Let's look at the 15-minute on BTC while we're at it. 15-minute. Your fast moving stoke is coming down, and your slow moving stoke is high, ready to come down, and your RSI also overbought. So we could get a little bit of a pullback and possibly bounce. You know, if you're looking at the 1 hour, you could potentially get a little pullback, and maybe we continue our way down, you know, still forming lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, or possibly get a bounce and then move up. So that would look like something like this, you know, bounce off that 9200 maybe, and then rise higher, and you would have a higher low and a higher high on the smaller time frames. Okay, so we're watching these levels, and also something to note on the Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance is rising. So as Bitcoin was falling, the altcoins fell harder. That means Bitcoin would be safer to be holding in that scenario. So if Bitcoin continues to fall, be careful with your altcoins. However, if we start to pump, we'll have to monitor, you know, does Bitcoin dominance continue to rise and Bitcoin outperforms the altcoins, or do the altcoins pump harder and the dominance falls? But you can see on the daily right here, I always do that. All right. You can see that you have this rising trend line on the dominance, and it definitely bounced off of it. So if you're looking to, let's say, you know, Bitcoin and altcoins bounce and we start moving upward direction and bullish again, I would wait till the dominance broke that trend line to get, you know, extra bullish on altcoins. Okay. Otherwise, Bitcoin will just perform better, move a higher percentage, and you might as well hold Bitcoin. All right, that was a really quick video. Like I said, the market's moving, so I just wanted to do a quick update. Hopefully, this video gets to you in time before, you know, the price moves another $500. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you next time. Rolly roll.